Parade of Homes 2025, here we go. Miners Creek in Frisco. We're just going to try to do hot takes on all of these because there's so much that you can talk about. But I really like the architecture on this one. It's kind of a throwback. A lot of the history in Summit County were A-frames, and this is a modern take on an old school A-frame, and they just did a great job with it. Some of my favorite features were just the framing of the views, main floor level living, and then there's a ton of different materials and fixtures and finishes that really flow seamlessly throughout the house, and they make it really warm and welcoming while also being very different from what we typically see in Summit County. 331 Doris Drive. To me, this property is all about the serenity and the location, emphasizing the outdoor lifestyle, and it's got a lot of new technology. It's a net zero home, which is super cool, and there's a lot of really personal touches that the owner and builder put into this. Likes for this home, obviously the setting, super private, natural forest. The heat pump system's really cool. Again, it's all electric. Dislikes, and this is just me, my personal decor, I really don't like the rugs. I think it's taking away from the property, and there's a lot of unused wall space that I think that you could use to make the house feel a lot warmer and kind of pop, because you do have 5 full bedrooms and a lot of different space. River Shore Drive, such a peaceful setting, right on the upper blue. Really nice use of space throughout the entire house. The artwork on that one actually really stood out to me, and just the variety of materials that they used on the inside. Nothing not to like at all. $120 pen load. What's not to like about 11,000 square feet right next to the gondola in Chalk Hill with these views? The house is already laid out extremely well for entertaining. The finishes are top of the line, and there was a lot of thought put into every aspect of this home. Finished seeing our last property, and all of us did all of our judging alone without talking to any other judges or people, by ourselves, and our binders are closed, put away, and now we can have a little bit of discussion about what we saw today. So 6 Miners
Creek in Frisco.
What stood out to you?
I love that property. I thought I thought it brought together the A-frame, so it had an old aspect to it, but in a very modern feel. I thought it was gorgeously done. I liked all of the lighting fixtures and how they decorated the property, and I thought the layout was very nice.
Paula?
100% agree with that. I would just add that it's an A-frame. It's a double, triple, quadruple A-frame that looks like a mountain range. What more could you want in Frisco, Colorado?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I thought it was super
Plus
cool.
the concrete driveway was beautiful.
I thought it took a lot of courage for somebody to build that type of home, like to make that commitment to that specific style with that history, and then be able to tie all of that together.
We also know firsthand that there are those amongst us that do not appreciate that style of home, but I think they're in the minority, the super minority, in fact.
Yeah. And maybe if people didn't know the history of Summit County and Frisco, and that the majority of homes were A-frames before they got turned down.
Many, yeah.
And that changes your perception of it, because if you've never been in an A-frame, then you're like, why would somebody do this?
Right.
I also love the materials that they used on the property. I thought the basalt was stunning on the exterior.
Yeah, super nice.
From
Agreed.
top to bottom cedar siding,
Yep.
Yeah.
inside and outside.
And the locations, obviously. And the views, really good. 331 Doris Drive. Very natural setting. Gray metal roof. 5 bedrooms. I felt
A really
like
amazing mudroom
totally amazing mudroom.
with the contour map. Yep.
The topographical map that showed Quandary and all the hiking trails and everything like that. Oh, and he even had outlets for boot heaters in the steel
Right.
racks at the bottom.
Had a really imaginative, sort of hand-formed concrete feature between the mudroom and the rest of the house that I loved.
That was probably my favorite of that home, was the mudroom area. That whole area right there I thought was very well thought out.
It's the only home that I think we saw that was completely net zero. So all electric, and had the brand new heat pump system that utilizes air to generate heat, which is a really cool engineering thing that I don't understand and will probably never understand. And then 5 bedrooms, like getting full 5 bedrooms was...
Yeah, and it had that nifty walkway over the living area
Yep.
that was for the upstairs separation of spaces.
107 River Shore.
Another stunning property. I thought that they did a very good job of bringing the elements from inside to outside, really blurring that line with the, what you call those, accordion doors?
Yeah.
The accordion doors. The furnishings inside, I thought, were perfect for the space. And being on the river right there was just, I mean, it was in every single room. You could hear the river through.
Yeah, and it was a mile to Breck, like to downtown Breck too, so you felt like you were...
7 minutes, he said.
Yeah, you were completely in the forest, but if you needed to get to any of the amenities of Breckenridge, not far at all.
And that house had an extremely contemporary underpinning, but fun, playful artwork and decor on the shelves. So that was, something to notice. Love the dog station.
I like the floor plan in general, how it was just set up for entertaining. Like, if you were in the kitchen, you didn't feel like you were far away from the dining room, but at the same time, you could leave the kitchen and go sit down like where we had lunch, and then just take everything in, and you felt like you were in a different part of the house, even though you were right in the middle of everything.
Yeah, and open up those doors and expand the entertaining area on a nice day. Sauna.
The sauna.
European style sauna.
Yeah, actual grass in the yard.
Actual grass in the yard. And it had curb appeal. Like right when you came in, it had like
gorgeous.
Yeah, really nice
curb appeal.
landscaping.
120 pen load.
Jaw dropping.
Gobsmacking. Just a really amazing example of attention to detail.
Yeah. In every single space.
Without trying too hard or adding too much jewelry or like
Yeah,
trying
without disrupting the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of those properties that every single space had there was a point to every single space. Like even in the main living room, you go over to where the bar was, and then you had a different sitting area that was just, and everything was framed by nature. I think that was probably the theme of today. Was just like all the properties. To me, it felt like there was a huge thought process as to where are we putting this home, and it's going to be built around something that is on the outside of the home. It felt like every window there was framed. That room, like even the bathrooms. Even the bathrooms, it wasn't just a little window, it was a huge window that was framed by the ski resort or, you know, the meadow there.
And even though it was 11,000 square feet, you didn't feel like you were in a Walmart or something where you were just walking around aimlessly. Like you were, it was good use of space, and you could see, I mean, the bathrooms were all huge though. Like that was the one thing that stood out to me, was that every single bathroom, huge.
The downstairs was such a cool space with the gym, the way that they had that separated from the rest of the room, but it was also open.
With the glass?
Yep.
Yeah.
The glass paneling, and then the wine cellar, the way that they had that backing to the natural elements to cool the room. I thought that was also very well thought out.
And I think that as that house transitions to nighttime too, everything in it starts to light up because all the stuff was backlit and changes the mood.
And even just the tiniest of details in that home, which are small thing and not noticeable necessarily unless you're shopping amongst several square pucks, decor level switchblade covers, zero tolerance transition between different flooring types, but uniform flooring throughout majority of that house. The white oak plank, it was, and did you notice the variegated board size on the deck? Yeah, and that deck and the view and the setting of that exposure to the cucumber open space, just stunning, absolutely stunning.